Eagleman here at Barber Creek. Today we're going to talk about zero stops, and the zero stop is designed to allow you to dial your turret to whatever minute of angle or mil you're supposed to be at, and then when you're all done you return it to your zero. Now if your scope doesn't have a zero stop, then that scope has really already failed you for long range, because you're going to have a hard time remembering how many rotations you went. So this track is very simple. You'll shoot your gun and zero it, 100 yards, 200 yards, whatever you decide to. Go on the top, take off the turret, and then it has a clutch. Now this is similar to basically almost every other scope out there as far as how the clutch works. Normally it's got 2 or 3 set screws, and in this case right here, helps if you use a right Allen wrench, and break it loose, and we'll break that one loose, and you can take it off completely. Now with the track, you're gonna leave the little hat looking thing down like the rim, push it all the way down, and you turn it until it stops. Now in theory, this is how you should use a zero stop. Personally, I like my zero stop to let me go half to a minute below zero. And I'll explain that in a minute. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit zero stop, and I'm gonna back it up about 1/8 of an inch. And then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and snug up these Allen screws. And this has 3 of them. And you don't need to over tighten these, okay? So now I'm gonna take my turret and put it right on zero, and I'll tighten it up. And you'll see when I'm all done, by the way, these have a lift lock, so this is that track torque. And I lift it, it allows me to go below. So I'm below about 3 clicks, or 3/4 of a minute. So why would I do that? Why would I just not have it stop at zero? Well, just remember, the number 0 is still your 0. But let's say that I gotta clean the gun and pull the suppressor off and put the suppressor back on. So every time I pull the suppressor and put it back on, if I don't get it as tight as it was the first time, usually that changes my point of impact a little bit at 100 yards. So instead of having to constantly keep messing with the clutch, let's say that my 0 is 1/4 minute off, well, I go to my turret, bring it up 1/4 minute, loosen my turret, and then all I gotta do is reset it to 0 and retighten it. I don't have to mess with the clutch. So that is why I allow mine to personally go, like I said, 1/2 minute, 3/4 minute, 1 minute below 0, knowing that the number 0 is still your 0. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tip. Thanks for joining us.
Howdy everybody, Keith Warren here for Barber Creek, America's premier long-range hunting and shooting school. Barber Creek has one of America's top long-range instructors and life-size animal targets out to 1,000 yards. Enjoy a climate-controlled classroom and shoot house, luxurious lodging, and 4-course meals as you train with fellow outdoorsmen. Our Level 2 Master Course puts you in real hunting positions off a tripod, bipod, and backpacks, with 25 life-size animal targets from 340 yards out to 1,670 yards on 6 stations. You'll become confident shooting at angles, reading wind and terrain, and shooting across valleys. When that once-in-a-lifetime shot only comes once, you can't afford to miss. Contact Barber Creek at 334-845-0000.